Okay, so first thing you want to do with the Roland BN-20 is come over here and make sure that the power is on, either flashing or solid. Then next you want to come back here to the USB cable. Make sure that the USB cable is plugged directly into the computer so that the printer can receive data. Okay, next you're going to change out the material for whatever you're using. We're going to do t-shirts with the heat transfer material. So this needs to be changed out because this is just standard vinyl. So you're going to flip this lever right here, the load lever, to the rear, and that allows you to take this material out. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out and swap it out for the new stuff. Okay, so the new material is on the roll, and when you put it on there, you want to make sure that it's facing towards you because this is how it's going to feed, with the edge towards you. And you want to make sure that the side with the little locking pin is always on the right. And then you're going to go ahead and install it into the machine. You're going to put this side in that little hole, and then this left side goes in its little hole, just like that. But you also want to make sure it clicks. You can hear an audible click when you push down. That lets you know that the material is positioned properly inside. So that was the click. Next, you're going to pull your material and you're going to feed it on top of here. Just going to put it down like you're loading paper inside of a printer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. This is what it looks like when you have the material inside and ready for feeding. Go ahead and come over to the front, open up the front door, and you're going to see the material down there. You're going to try and grab it, push it through, pull it through, make sure it comes through. I'm just going to go ahead and use my fingers to pull it over this roller, and pull it and pull it and pull it. One thing to note, when you are installing new material, you need to make sure it goes below or underneath this little aluminum arm right here. It needs to go underneath. And see how this one is? It's not quite underneath. So we need to reposition it and pull it underneath. Just like that. One other important thing is this little slider right here needs to be pushed up all the way up against this edge of the roll right here. This slider controls this little arm. So if you're using thinner material, it's going to move it from here, over here, whatever, if you're using smaller material. And so I'm going to go ahead and position this material underneath the little arm here. It's underneath there. We're almost ready to go. Once your material has been fed, you can even feed it all the way up here. You're going to back it up, otherwise it's just going to waste all this. Where it starts printing actually is right here. This is the line that it starts printing from. So if you have any material past this little notch, it's just going to be a waste. So take this hand and roll your wheel backwards, and so that your material starts disappearing. Back, 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 more, and more, and I'm going to do it right there since this paper is not straight cut. So right there, okay? Then once that's done, go ahead and close the cover, and then go ahead and flip the switch, the load switch, back to the load position, because your material is now loaded. And what's going to happen is it's going to make some clicks and the machine's going to move back and forth. It's going to size everything up and make sure it's ready to go. This is like the setup. So it's setting up once you put the material inside. Okay, so once the machine is set up with the proper material that you want to use, we're going to go ahead and do the machine configuration. You want to go ahead and click on BN Utility. This is going to open up the utility driver for the machine. It's going to pop up with a little window that looks like this. This is your ink display. This is going to show you how much ink you have remaining. Metallic, 100%, magenta, 100%, cyan, 100, yellow is only at 80, and black is at 80 as well. And it also shows your waste ink amount. When this gets to the 80, 90, 100%, it's time to change it. Change the waste ink receptacle. We're going to go over here to adjustment. Then you're going to go over here to cut adjustment. And this is where you're going to tell it how much force you want it to use. For regular vinyl, you want to use 50 grams of force, and that's what it's preset for. For this heat transfer shirt material, you want 30 grams of force. And then you're going to go ahead and click apply. Make sure that it changes up here, 30 grams of force. Cut speed, you don't need to mess with that. Then you're going to go ahead and click close. Alright, so that is set up. This is also where you do your cleaning and things if that needs to be done. Go ahead and close this out. And so now the machine is set up, it's on, it's plugged in via USB to the computer, it's loaded with the proper material, and now we've told the driver what type of material we're using and the various cut force that we want it to use. Okay, so now that the machine is set up, we are going to do, let's see, lettering. So go ahead and open up Adobe Illustrator, and you are going to need these tools open. This color tool with the Roland Versa works. If it's not open, you can click Window, and there's all these things, and it's going to be under Swatch Library, and Roland Versa works. So if it's not there, that's how you get it. You're also going to need this one right here. It should automatically be there when it opens. You're going to need this one right here. This is the color and attributes tab. You're going to need this one for text, and you're going to need Mimaki Fine Cut. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tools need to be opened, and they're all under Window, and they usually have a check next to it if they're open. The Mimaki Fine Cut, there's Hide Fine Cut, so if I click on it, it's going to go away, and then if it wasn't already there, it would say Show Fine Cut menu. Anyway, so we're going to go to this tool, Type tool, and we're going to click on it, and we're going to type our text, and let's see. Okay, so there's our text, and go ahead and highlight it, and using this tool you can change the font size. So it's at like 0.167. You make it bigger, 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 and it's going to be bigger. So your text here is what we want there, and say you don't want it to print in black. You want it, I don't know, yellow. So you're going to come over here, and you're going to select the fill color. This is for fill. And what did I say? Yellow. Boom, yellow. And then so now when you click outside of it, you're going to have yellow. So for all intents and purposes, we're not going to make this yellow. We're going to change it back to black. Boom. So now the text is black again. Now, if you just want it to print, this is all you need to do. If you want it to print and cut the outline, you're going to have to do a little bit more. You're going to highlight the text here, or make sure that it's clicked with the little box around it. And you go over to Mimaki Fine Cut, and you're going to click this tab. It's called Frame Extraction. You click on it, and then this is going to pop up. It's going to say Offset. The offset is how close you want it to cut to the edge of the text. So if you want it perfect dead on, you're going to put 0. If you want it just a little bit, I think the default is like 136 or something, but 0.25 would be 1/4 of an inch. So this is approximately half of 1/4 of an inch, approximately 1/8 of an inch. So you're going to click OK. Boom. Now it's going to give you this type of thing. That's because it's not an exact cut. If you wanted an exact cut, you're going to go basically highlight it, click on the Mimaki again, and then when it pops up with the offset path, you're just going to punch in straight 0. And then you're going to click OK. But what we need to do is select it. So we've selected it. Then you need to select the outline here. Okay, this is for outline. Then you need to give it a color. And the color needs to be this cut contour color. So now, as you can see, it's got a pink outline. That pink line is where it's going to cut. So that's if you want to do exact cut. Okay, Mimaki, Frame Extract, Outline Color, pink for cut contour. You know, and at this point, you can even still change the interior color. You just need to click on this. This is the fill. And then you can go and, click fill color. You can have it any color of the rainbow. You would be theoretically done. So what you're going to do, File, and you're going to go Save As. It's going to prompt you with this window. And the only thing that really matters is what you're going to name it as. It's going to be test for now. But you need to save it as an EPS file.